What's going on, everybody? Super20 here, and today we have part 2 to the class trial. Don't know how long this class trial is, but let's just get into it. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and... Master! We were so shocked at what we were seeing, and all we could do was just stand there and watch. But as if there was the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was calm as ever.
Yes, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out! The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
What?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya's hands and scraped out a little bit of the bottle's contents with one finger. She touched her fingers on it to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be... Ah, what the hell is this one? Protein drink. I don't like it doing that. Hold on, I gotta see why it's doing this real quick, because that's been scaring me. That's really scaring me. I guess it's supposed to do that.
Now I understand.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Wait, how much battery do we have? Okay, alright.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Me.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be. It must have been what we found in front of the shelf. Oh no. It's the footprints in the powder.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Alright.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
No.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Seekers are the only people.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Oh shit!
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her.
Well, damn.
She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
But dang.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
Damn.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yes. Oh, and if you heard a big ass crunch, I have a celery stick. I'm sorry.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
Not my babe.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
My babe's not the culprit.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
I could've.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
Oh, no, that's not possible.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that
It's
correct?
not possible because the footprints were only on part A.
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Till we figure it out. Until I uncover the truth of this case. Alright, what do I gotta do? Footprints in powder, chem lab, shell, source of powder, footprints.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Yeah.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section
That one.
A. And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
In the chem lab, where were the footprints and what direction were they facing? Those facts clearly contradict what Hina just told us.
First I went to that's when I grabbed the and you spilled some of the yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Can't
Yeah?
death.
What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I left it. Damn.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went
I gotta see
straight
if we're
to
still
Section
recording.
A.
Yeah, we are. Okay, good.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
It's the locked door.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
What?
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
What?
And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in a bottle of poison. And Murna, I broke something with the same shade of blue, the red room window.
Got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right? Window? The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
That's amazing ass
What's so
chance.
strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
There was a bottle of poison when I broke the rec room window. According to it should have been in Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
God.
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
It's fine. It's fine.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
Let's check if we're still recording.
It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked.
We're still recording.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to
We better not have
explain
another
that.
bullet time battle.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settled it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she could say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can in the rec room after it was open. Empty protein can. I think it's just.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I think that's it. Wait, when the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, I concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can,
There's not a doubt until the locked room was. It absolutely.
So you're someone planted?
No. It had to have been. It had
To be. It was in there.
No, that's wrong. You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
So all falling
And
together.
this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Why did you even so scared?
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
if that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to
Alright.
the chem lab.
I know what happens from here, but I have to act like I don't.
that's all true.
But this
then
shit is.
Why did Sakura drink the poison?
This shit's way more interesting than the anime because this shit gets deep into it.
I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that,
That nigga got
we
mad.
need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room, it would have to been
I got it!
Sakura.
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Another bullet time battle? Let's go.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong!
Focus.
You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
Oops.
You're a liar!
Focus,
Wrong!
Daniel.
You're wrong! I hate you!
Reload.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
I don't know how I'm keeping up.
You're a liar! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the—
This should prove it.
Just prove it. I don't even hear when she's done talking.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Well, damn. I love the game way better than the anime. This shit's going into
And
deeper
when
detail.
Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid
Because the
getting
anime
all over
goes, it goes,
herself.
one episode is built up for, like, they build it up, the murder happens, they investigate. The next episode is for the class trial, and the class trial's
But the
fucking
powder still got
sucking me.
scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
And there's no music, so it's just them all talking.
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one who killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Saki did it. Nope. Kiri girl did it. Nope. She did it.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
How many minutes we were recording? 29, damn. Laptop's almost out of battery. Glad I did that. Because of course.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers. What?
Damn.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is! Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Sakura wanted to talk to Hiro and one other person. Why is he smiling like a crazy man? Soko got to the rec room and hid somewhere. That is... closet, right? Yeah. What was in the Monokuma bottle that... Wait. Yeah. At that point, Toko, who was in the locker... What did she do to the magazine that had the dying message written on it? What was in the Monokuma that Genocide Jack used? What was it? What actually killed Sakura? What actually killed Rocky came from the Kim lab? There was something on the floor near Sakura's body. Okay, we'll come back to that one. What was did they switch the bottle? Poison. What was it now? I'm guessing it's... I'm guessing it's this. Let's just see. Oh no, there's one more we're missing. Where did he go try to kill the Mary Train?
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Wait, really? Oh, okay, so we have to reverse him. It's... this one.
The killer is you! And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Let me lay up the reason, right? I need to... Okay, then that one's this one.
Here's exactly what happened. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide.
Oh, okay, what was that one? There was something on the floor near Sakura's body when someone died.
Here's exactly what happened. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life.
This is a sad ass one.
And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
What?
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Oh, nice. Yay, 98.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote! So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire...
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened and shit? If the truth didn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
Thinking.
And yet you... Why would you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died out there.
What is this?
Because... that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died It's because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
Damn. We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand. And let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of being waited to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran after her and... Oh, she's dead. I used to like doing her voice. I don't care. If I suffer for this, it's all my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive
my
this!
closest friend got hurt.
I...
Because of me, my friends are going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to give everyone to forgive her. She asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I'll just talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you... What the fuck you mean? Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
This game is too sad. This game is too sad. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you. You wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That was her suicide note means. So instead of being killed, I'll do it by my own hands. That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
Can I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last... Aww. I went to the chem lab to get the protein powder she asked for me. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw some when I take it from the poison shelf. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But about the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please! Why? Why?
Oh, this is too much. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she has been carrying. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. Did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker of the bet, this is taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep here. I mean, do you really have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what a suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she meant, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say
yes,
is...
indeed.
Don't try to think the entire foundation is shaky. What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura adjusted to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
Wait, then...
Huh?
You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
No, don't say lie. It makes me sound so dirty. I just thought it would have livened things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you guys totally took my scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene cut.
And?
So then what did her... Oh god. So then what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For the benefit, I shall read it using my... Oh no.
Hey!
But do you know, I haven't ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing. Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you were gonna kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is all lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a JoJo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. Because of that, I made a mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaki. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe... what the fuck? Or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I am perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I've had an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit a murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is...
Don't say it, please.
myself.
The mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I am willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel concerned, nor did she die hating
No
us.
way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't in her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you of any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. How long have we been recording? Oh yeah, it's gonna be another hour. If I can thwart the mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use the note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then
I
they'll
never
see.
saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Fucking Danganronpa.
But...
I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
Hold on. But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't have to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go all ahead. Oh, what the hell was that? Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. First of all, you're in the wrong with tricking Hina with a fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
What?
Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred. I don't blame her. I can't blame her. Nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
The heck? Because that's not how it's supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There'll be no doubt that those are the rules of the game, which is why I'm bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that the others have cast aside their fear for this
Don't
game.
make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost its sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it. Now I have only one thing to look forward to,
Here.
is that so the heap of harshest people punishment. Shit. Byakuya, does that mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't since moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. No. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death has no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still going to be the one having the fun time.
Heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You to punish you
It's the
guys?
moment you all been waiting for.
what?
Sakura was taking. I don't like her. You're not gonna. Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no! Just cause the Blacken is dead doesn't mean I can't sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you I'm very particular about the bare times one rule?
Listen up.
But I spent so much preparing my special punishment. It'd be ashamed if I let it go to waste. For my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Ah shit. Sorry if you can hear yelling. There are people retarded. Like really retarded. Not alter ego. That's enough on him. He's dead. How do you turn him to a ball? You suck, man. You turned me into a mango hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for a post-workout grill up chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
So,
Continuing.
but still,
No, well, not alter ego. Alter ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to wrong anger. Anger turned to fury, black, muddy, and boiling over, and bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you do that? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call... What? Where soul dwells within things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, I've got my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about him from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with that laptop. I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, yeah, the data on that laptop, it was, I guess you could say, a gift from me to you. Or maybe it was more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
Of course, I don't care if you got the access that way. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. She wanted to help. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yep, the punishment this time made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Excitement and the meaning of death is so soothing. It makes me remember That every low can you get even lower? No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, their deaths, each of them, every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you'll pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, just like unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, it's time to bring things to the close. Oh, that. But before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
There's still a little bit left of Sakura's note. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the... Yeah. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like to tell the others. Hopefully it acts as a clue to unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time, and I've been here, and I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one, another word, and that would have been a hip-hop deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid, to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, losers. Wait, what's this?
What?
Is it now?
What?
There's one last line on the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die, she'll fight you? Well, whatever, who cares? Some dead musclehead who has to say.
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest now, you know? Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before he disappeared. But what was all that about? Sakura's final message, her last clue for us to resolve the mystery of the school? The masterminds did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. What did you do to my body?
Hey,
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying? The mastermind did. What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, is the mastermind planting a bomb in us or something? We try to leave the school, the sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen that stuff in movies and comics and stuff. It's not totally unheard of. No, I feel just awful thinking about it. I can't afford to indulge thoughts like that.
Yo!
So the class trial over and Monokuma's gone.
What?
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there, other than to head back up?
Oh,
yeah, let's get out of here. But, must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. This is a kind of mystery someone you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured out everything.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that last one? I haven't reached the point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. And then I'll try.
No, 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 no!
What are you talking about? That's not absolutely what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
What the heck?
I'm trying to call you sleazeball because you are. Apparently, you still have a death wish. More biting sarcasm. No wonder why you don't have any.
No, 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 no!
Damn. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. And so Sakura's class trial came to the end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before that, night snuck up on us. Nighttime descended and pulled me along with it down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Kid? Wait. Huh? A voice dragged me from deep slumber to hazy half-conscious.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing in here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious? Anyways, you don't have to overreact like that. Every time you're surprised. What time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? What time? I mean, yeah, you know what? We're gonna keep going. It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor. Oh shit, a favor. Oh, what's up, bro? What's your favor?
So...
Remember when Sakura said at the end of her note, I'm not going to just lay down and die, I will fight you? I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the fourth floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? The words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Now we're gonna end it here. Yeah, we're living on a big-ass cliffhanger. But I hope you all enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and comment for more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Next episode, we're getting into some real good story bits. Peace.